Have you ever wondered what it would be like to have supervision, enhanced hearing, extraordinary reflexes, to be, dare we say, superhuman? Well, Roku's new Pro Series TV can't do any of that for you. But with a 4K screen, side-firing speakers, and a blazing fast refresh rate, it'll sure feel like it. Elevate your entertainment using all your favorite apps like iHeart and play all your music, radio, and podcasts with the new Roku Pro Series. Your senses aren't better. Your TV is.
There's an efficient way to get caught up on a lot of news. It's called The 7 from The Washington Post. It's a newsletter and podcast. Whether you're reading or hit play, you get 7 stories you need to know, and you can consume it all in just a few minutes. The 7 is out every weekday morning by 7 a.m. Eastern. I'm Hannah Jewell. I'm one of the writers, and I host the show. Find The 7 podcast wherever you're listening. The newsletter link is waiting for you in the show notes.
For some of us, personal finances aren't just personal. They include a lot more people than ourselves. Loved ones, neighbors, the communities we call home, and the causes we hold in our hearts. At Thrivent, we help plan your financial picture with the bigger picture in mind. Because even though our business is helping guide your finances, our ambition is to make it mean so much more. Thrivent, where money means more. Connect with us at Thrivent.com.
Wake your ass up, fool. John Jay and Rich. What's crack-a-lackin'? This is the big boss dog, Snoopy Deagle Double Jizzle. Bang, boom, what you gonna do? John Jay and Rich. We're not talking about Ren 1010. We're not talking about Lassie. It's the one and only dog, y'all. The classy, sassy, big Snoop Deagle Double Jizzle. In your face to be and in the place to be. And you're listening to John Jay and Rich. Wake your ass up.
104.7 Kiss FM. It's John Jay and Rich. Shoot us a text. Text JJR and whatever's on your mind to 96893. We'll read your text on the air. We'll call you back. So listen to this. I was kind of working on something that I wanted to present to you guys, but I thought it was too soon. But I want to present it to you anyway because there's so many different levels to this story. So a couple years ago, there was an article about a guy who's making $5,000 a month because he was selling pictures of his feet on OnlyFans. Do you remember that? Mm-hmm. So then I started an OnlyFans for fun, but it was so difficult to start an OnlyFans. It was so like to post pictures. I did it for a little bit, and I guess without knowing, I had like 5 or 6 followers. You know,
that's impressive.
It was low key, and I guess it made some money. I don't remember how much money, but I remember at one point sending the money, and this is like 6 months ago. I saw the money. I sent the money to my wife to put in our account. I was like, "Hey, I made some money, whatever." So I had so many people always message me on Instagram, get your OnlyFans going. So I thought, let me get on it. Let me just do it. But it's so hard to come up with content and then to post it. It's something that I don't like to do, right? But if you want to be part of it. Like to take pictures of your feet or whatever. It's very difficult. Now, I'm at this point now with my overall health. Like I just got my body fat tested yesterday, and my body fat tested 6 months before that, and I'm at 12% body fat.
That's
which is
good.
Really good for like my age and for all that stuff, right? Now, I'd like to be 10 or 11, but that's like athlete level and whatnot, right? So I was like 12% body fat. So I've kind of, first time in my entire life, like I think I'm okay with the way my body looks, I've been insecure about my body. So what I started doing is, I've always talked about my morning routine. Mm-hmm. So I got this morning routine that I talk about all the time. And part of my morning routine is a little bit of stretching, and I do some weights. Well, I started to record my morning routine. And I'm usually in my underwear when I do this morning routine because I was looking at my body and I was like, okay, that doesn't look too bad. Now, I got a lot of excess skin. So we've talked about that before from my diving photo where my shirt's off and you can see like skin. It was a really weird photo. So I've got this excess skin. So, but I'm also like, I look at what Lizzo's done, and I like, man, she looks great.
She's come a long way.
She's posting stuff in her bikini, and I'm like, I'm going to post this stuff. I go, I'm just in my underwear. It's not like that bad. And then I started thinking, is iHeart going to fire me? So what I started doing is I started posting videos of my morning stretch. And now, keep in mind, I know my audience. My audience on this page is pretty much the gay audience, right? So these guys message me all the time. Can you do this? Can you do that? So every day I just started posting my morning stretch, right? And it's embarrassing to look at. It's really embarrassing to look at. Because the underwear I'm wearing, it looks very much like Justin Timberlake
My gosh.
And then I'm like trying to defend Justin Timberlake going, wait a minute, obviously these bad angles here. But I'm doing these stretches and these poses and it feels really good stretching. I look at the video, I'm like, oh, it's not bad. So I looked at I had like 3 or 4 followers back in the day. Now I'm up to 28 followers.
Hey now.
Whoa.
And I'm getting all of these requests from all these guys.
Like what?
Oh, dude, I can't even tell you.
Oh.
Are these followers like subscribers? Like they have to pay?
They're paying $5 a month.
Whoa.
Now I upped it to $8 a month, and they're still paying.
Dang.
That's cool.
Now, I'm going to get to the part that's really, really, really embarrassing. So I posted these videos up, and I post them every day. I don't even care anymore because I'm just in my underwear. Like I've accepted the way my body looks.
Yeah.
So I get this email from this lady who I've never met before, but apparently she does our taxes.
Okay.
Right? She's done like
never
Blake does our taxes with this person, and they're doing our taxes forever. I guess I had no idea. And she says to me on the email, "What is this account, this business?" And I don't understand taxes. And it's going back and forth between Blake, my assistant Penny, the lady who does our taxes, are trying to figure out what this account is. And it's a 1099. And I don't know the difference between a W-2, W-4, WD-40, or 1099. And I've ignored this email for months. And I guess our taxes are coming up pretty soon. So again, they send it to me again. They go, please, can someone figure this out? And I'm like, so I copy and paste the name of the company and I put it in my search engine to find out what it is. And it's OnlyFans.
Oh my gosh. So now you have to be like, it's my
You have to
OnlyFans.
That's
claim it.
exactly what I and I'm like, man, like, why didn't they figure this out? So I have to reply all, hey, I found out what it is. Turns out it's OnlyFans.
For your foot content.
My tax person, and not only that, but it wasn't for a lot of money. So now, like, my tax
So it's
person
a struggling business.
is like, this is an OnlyFans amount that you're putting in your taxes, and it's not very much. Like, you must not be. I'm the one not good person only. Like, you keep hearing about these people on OnlyFans are making millions of
millions.
dollars.
Yeah, I was going to say, did you guys see the new article on Bad Baby and how much money she made on OnlyFans?
How much?
$75 million.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
$75 million. So if you
Okay.
stick with it, John Jay,
Right now,
I believe in you.
my current balance is $156.
Like total, not just.
But
not just
why do I have to report that to my tax lady? Can you just erase that? Like is it going to go like somewhere in the universe?
True.
Ought to be
That's
labeled
why.
an OnlyFans model, an
You think
unsuccessful
you could
one.
just let that one go?
I was like, when I saw Only, I was like, oh no. And then I responded. I tell Blake, I go, hey Blake, I found out what that company was. She goes, what? I go, it's OnlyFans. What? She goes, now we have to respond and tell them it was OnlyFans? I go, I already did. I responded already. So just let you know that your husband's an OnlyFans model.
And it hasn't made $200 yet in its entirety.
For years.
And here's the thing, too, with the OnlyFans. Like, I don't want our audience to go there. I know my audience. You know, my audience is the gay audience, and they love my photos, and they're very supportive of my body.
So you just don't want people to go in there just to look because of you, like that, because it's you.
No,
You
I don't want
them to
anybody.
actually
And then I
consume
thought I heard
material.
somewhere. I thought I heard somewhere that you can't copy an OnlyFans photos. Like,
Oh, really?
that's
Like
what
you
I
can't
heard.
screenshot it,
You
like
can't.
it blacks out or something.
That's what I had heard. So it kind of made me feel a little bit more confident. But now I'm getting the DMs of people sending screenshots.
Yeah, all you have
Oh.
to do is just take a picture of the screen that's not in a screenshot, just with another phone.
I
or
know.
whatever.
Same with Snapchat. They tell you
Very
Snapchat goes
simple,
away. I
yeah.
mean, there's ways around it, but
Yeah.
I was kind of like, oh man, this is terrible. Yes, Grant.
Hey, John Jay, I just want you to know you have rights as a model. Technically, like, them screen capping and sending them to you is a violation of the policy. I'm just your OnlyFans consultant here. But, yeah, you have rights as a model, as a foot model? Is that what you're doing?
I labeled it as stretching, morning stretching.
As a stretching model, you have rights, John Jay.
Yeah.
Big rights.
Thank you
dude.
very much. Thank you.
Yeah, don't
Grant
let
Inman,
them,
my attorney, my OnlyFans attorney.
don't let them compromise your art.
Anyway, I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I'm on OnlyFans, and I pay taxes. So now I'm not a radio host, OnlyFans model. John J. Van Ness. Thank you very much. Thanks for listening. John J. and Rich Payton, what's the vibe for horoscopes?
I'm going to tell you how each zodiac sign texts back. What's their text game like?
Text back. Okay. Ambrosia, good morning. What's your sign?
It is Taurus.
Taurus, okay, the type of texter that you are, you're the thoughtful replier. You don't text back immediately because you're thinking. Maybe you're considering your response for the next 15 minutes, or maybe you're just napping. But either way, when you do reply, it's going to be a well thought out text, and it's definitely worth the wait.
Awesome. Good to know.
Yeah.
So Taurus. Thank you, Ambrosia.
Thank you.
Darylyn, good morning.
Good morning.
What's your sign?
Libra.
Libra, just like Kyle. Okay, I'm going to tell you guys what type of texters you are, and you are the polite replier. You do take forever to reply, but it's not because you're ignoring anyone.
Does she ever, this one over here?
You just want to come up with the perfect response. You also hate confrontation, so if it's a tough text, Libra will probably be thinking it over for a while, and you'll probably ask your friends for advice on it.
Oh, love it, Peyton. Thank you.
Thank you. Z, good morning. What's your sign?
Hi, I'm an Aries.
Okay, Aries, the type of texter that you are the instant reply. You text back faster than a lightning bolt, and as soon as that notification pops up, you are on it, no hesitation. You're the friend who replies in like 0.2 seconds, and it's probably just a yep, but at least it's quick.
Of course, I have to get the information right away.
Yep.
Thank you, Z.
No problem.
How about for Pisces?
Yeah, Richie is my Pisces. Richie, you are the dreamy replier. You reply like you're in a dream world. You saw the text, but you're probably already imagining a whole different scenario. Your answers are a mix of deep thoughts, poetry, and sometimes absolutely nothing related to the actual original text.
You know, I had a conversation with my wife yesterday about something, and I was like, well, you know, and then Rich said in his text, and she's like, what? I go, I don't know if he does talk to text or he's just texting really fast, but like, what did I text you back? Remember, I go, I don't understand the first part of what you said or something like you say.
I don't know what it was from.
That's what I'm saying. You just, there's a lot of you guys know what I'm talking about. A lot of his text messages that don't make any sense.
Yeah, they're like haiku. I can keep that all the time.
I mean, I see that a lot. Like when you send me your life hacks to post on the website, I'll have to take out all of these dots and big spaces. I'm like, Rich, what is going on here?
I thought you were going to say, like, Rich's texting style to me is like short, brief bursts. So, like, if you're in a conversation, you'll get like 17 texts.
Like,
but I can see it's like your brain working. It's like, oh, yeah, I forgot to add this. And then you'll add this.
But I don't.
Okay, here's my response, my most recent response to Rich's text from yesterday. I said, I think I follow you, and yes, because I don't understand half the stuff. Like, I have a theory is what he says, but it's HAVR, and then a theory. I said, and there's like all this stuff that's misspelled wrong, but I figure it's because it's not talk to text. I don't know. Do you talk to text?
I
You
don't.
press the buttons.
No, I'm pressing buttons. But I'm probably thinking fast, and I don't go back to correct it because I'm like, that makes sense. But it doesn't make sense.
What do you got for Leos?
Yeah, well, Leos, we are the king and queens of texting. We want everyone to know that we got your text and that you are important, and we reply fast, but only if it's like a group chat or if somebody needs us. And we better believe that if it's a grand reply, it's going to be something that's witty or dramatic. And honestly, when a Leo is sending you a long text message, it's really just a performance. Just to show you how smart we are.
How about Virgos?
Virgos, you are the slow and steady replier. You've read the text, but you're just thinking. You want to make sure that you answer the right way and that you look really, really smart. And you'll probably take so long to reply that the conversation ends up being about something else by the time you get back around to the original conversation, which might make sense with you and Rich right now.
Also, why you use ChatGPT with your email.
So I sound like I'm somewhat intelligent. If we didn't get to your sign, I'll post it on our website, johnjaneRich.com. Verna's on the line. Good morning, Verna.
Hi, good morning.
Hey, so I want to read you. She sent me this DM, and she sent pictures with her DM. John Jay. Hey, John Jay. Just wanted a quick comment on today's horoscopes because I'm a Libra just like Kyle. Go on. You tell the rest of it, Verna.
Oh, so I also had 2 wedding dresses. Because I couldn't decide which one to wear. There was this like strapless low high dress where it's low in the front and it's long in the back. And then there was this like more formal one that's like heavy material with rhinestones. So I wore the informal one for my actual wedding day. And we took pictures in that with that. And then the more formal one, we took formal pictures, and that's the picture that I sent out to everybody for our wedding announcement and all that.
Here they are right here, you guys. Here they are right here. Here's picture number 1.
Cute.
Lots of cleavage.
Yeah, I like
So that's
dress number
on
1 a
wedding
lot.
day.
Lots of cleavage. Here's number 2.
Oh,
Number 2.
Not as much of the cleave in that one.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, they both look great.
Looks like she married Vanilla Ice.
But John Jay, you know what? There's more to that.
What?
Because I also had 2 wedding dates. So I got married in Australia a year to the day that we met online. And then 3 months later, we went to Hawaii, and I got married in America a year to the day that we met in actual person. So we celebrate an Australian wedding day and an American wedding day.
That's awesome.
Libras can't even decide on one wedding day.
I know. And the good thing is we don't have to.
I don't know which country. I'll take both.
It just shows you that, like, a lot of times your zoological sign, what is it called?
Your astrological
sign is so
Your
like
zoological sign.
is so dead on. Like, how many times do we know, been around college, she can't make a decision, and Verna can't make a decision, so she makes both.
Yeah.
Like, it's classic Kyle. Yeah,
Classic Libra.
Verna, thank you. So, can we post your wedding pictures on our Instagram?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, thank you. We will. You can see what we're talking about. You can see Verna's cleavage at John J. Rich on Instagram. All right, bye, Verna.
Bye. Thank you. Have a good morning.
You too. I got a DM from Aaron on Twitter, you guys. On Twitter, on X. What's up, Aaron?
Hey, guys. What's up? How y'all doing?
Good. I loved your DM. Would you mind sharing with everyone in the studio what your DM was about?
Of course, man. Yeah, I love the chip story. I called in a couple of weeks and wanted Rich to do the chip story, and I just love the interpretation that I figured I could do for y'all. So I decided to make my own version of it. Basically, the main thing that really inspires me is Kyle's "nice" at the end. Every time it plays, I'm always like "nice." So I just branched off of that, to be honest with you.
So he said he made a video, like a really nice video, and we will post it on our Instagram. But
you honor me.
Just in case. You're new and you don't know. You're new to our show. Many, many years ago, Rich told a story about Gladys Knight, and I just stared at him because I was like, what the hell was that? So this is the chip story. So here's the original version.
You know, I met Gladys Knight when I worked in Dallas. I worked for a station that did these concerts, and she was doing a little show for the radio station. They were all hanging out in rehearsals, and she walks up to me. She's like, I'm supposed to go up and rehearse, but I ain't had one chip. Give me a chip. Give me a bag of chips. So I'm like, all right, I'll go get you a bag of chips. So I go get her a bag of chips. Nothing said. She does the concert. She thanks me during the show for a bag of chips. She's like, because of this man, I got a bag of chips. That's why I'm singing tonight. So she was very cool. Nice. I like her a lot. She's a cool lady.
So a couple of people over the years have sent in their own versions of that.
You know, I met Gladys Knight when I worked in Dallas. I worked for a station that did these concerts, and she was doing a little show for the radio station. They were all just hanging out in rehearsals, and she walks up to me and she's like, I'm supposed to go up and rehearse, but I ain't had one chip. Get me a chip. Get me a bag of chips. So I'm like, oh, all right, I'll go get you a bag of chips. So I go get her a bag of chips. Nothing said. She does the concert. She thanks me during the show for a bag of chips. She's like, because of this man, I got a bag of chips. That's why I'm singing tonight. So she was very cool. Nice.
Did I just wake up in hell?
So Aaron did his version.
You know, I met Gladys Knight when I worked in Dallas. I worked for a station that did these concerts, and she was doing a little show for the radio station. They were all hanging out rehearsals, and she walks up to me and she's like, I'm supposed to go up and rehearse, but I ain't had one chip. Get me a chip. Give me a bag of chips. So I'm like, all right, I'll get you a bag of chips. Oh, I go get her a bag of chips. Nothing said. She does the concert. She thanks me during the show for a bag of chips. She's like, because this man, I got a bag of chips. That's why I'm singing tonight. So it's very cool. I like her a lot. Nice. She's a cool lady.
Look,
damn it, that's funny.
Bravo, Aaron.
All right, Aaron.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Hey, listen, I'm also going to do some like Nigel ones too. Be like, oh, I know, hey, Rick, I heard you say they Rich.
Yes. But why does Nigel sound like Jason Statham all of a sudden? I kind of like that.
I was going to do my interpretation would be a gruff Nigel. I said, hey, Nigel, if you want to do Nigel, be like, hey, Mark.
Oh, we got to get Aaron to call in more often.
Yeah. Aaron, I swear, that first voice you did, the Jason,
I'm always available.
The Jason Statham, he stares me down, and I swear he sounds like that. He stares at me, just stares.
What are you looking at here, Rich? Ricky boy, what you doing?
You're awesome, Aaron.
Call me anytime, man. I have a blast. I love you guys. I listen to y'all every single day. So, yeah, anything I can support or do anything to help y'all out, let me know.
You got it, man. Thank you, brother. You made our day. Have a great day, Aaron.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. You too. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
I see. Go to our Instagram right now. You can see the video he made. All right, so go to John J. and Rich on Instagram. It's time for Stacks and Hacks. I have stacks of information, and Rich has life hacks. You know, I was on vacation years ago. My wife and I got married, and we went to a place called Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. And then we went to Gatlinburg, Tennessee. And there's a video going viral of a couple that is upset about the cabin they rented in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. And I've been there, and I've rented a cabin there before. And it's in the mountains. And the reason it's going viral is because they're complaining that their mountain cabin was too mountainy, that they were in the mountains.
Okay, we are in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. We just checked into our cabin, and we are leaving our cabin, actually. We're going to go stay downtown
Just
Gatlinburg.
like that Simpsons gif, you walk in, you walk out. It's way too slopey.
We're not, let's show you. This is the driveway. And for people that are in mountains, this might not be a big deal. For us who don't live in mountains, this is kind of a big deal, especially late at night. It's supposed to rain tomorrow. This scares me. The whole mountain that we have to drive through is very uphill.
So they're complaining. So the comments are what's going viral. Like, last year I went to the beach and left after seeing all that sand and water.
Oh my gosh, it's turning into like a Tristan Thompson thing. I love it.
Maybe try Kansas. How dare the mountains be mountains? Unbelievable.
For mountain people, the slope driveway is fine. For us, it is not fine.
Moving on to the next one on Stacks and Hacks. Do you ever have meeting hangovers? 28% of work meetings leave employees feeling less focused, less motivated, less productive. 90% of people say it happens to them.
Yeah, I leave meetings a lot of times going, that could have been an email.
Yeah. It's very like I was on I had to be on a Love Pup board meeting yesterday, and it was at 1:00 in the afternoon, and I forgot, and I was like walking, and so I jumped on, and the first 5 minutes they're just shooting the breeze. You know what I mean? I'm kind of like, man, let's go. Like, let's get the meeting going. You get fatigueness, right? By the way, I was going to a yoga class, so I sit and it's one-on-one with my yoga teacher, and I thought I was off the Zoom. So when I get home, my wife starts telling me, "Oh, I heard about your body fat."
Oh my gosh, you weren't off the Zoom.
No, I just turned off. I turned off the camera, and it said during the meeting, because I was talking about my body fat, I was talking about flexibility, I was talking about somebody else having 3% body fat, and I was like, and then my wife's like,
3%.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
You're either a bodybuilder or you're Kyle's husband. Anyway, what stats about your life would you like to see after your death? That's trending online.
How many friends I had, like how many people I called friends from like when you're like 3 up until when you die. I would love to know that number.
Well, let's see here. How many times I almost stepped on a turd?
Okay.
How many diapers I changed? How many times in my life I used each letter of the alphabet? These are some that are trending. The number of times I made someone laugh. Gambling results. How many cats I've petted. How many times my body successfully destroyed a cancer before it could take hold.
Oh, that's good too.
Wow.
The top 5 songs I listened to in your life. The number of successful backflips landed. The number of people who were attracted to me while I had no idea.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's interesting.
Now, these are the stats about your life you'd like to see after your death. How many times I made someone feel good about themselves without knowing it? And the number one thing people want to know is how many times I almost died without realizing it.
Oh, yeah.
I'd like to know how many people I was in the room with that was a serial killer or murdered somebody or something like that, right?
That'd be creepy.
It's probably higher than you think, right?
I heard that we come across like a serial killer once every something, but I don't remember what that was.
It's like
So
one
wild.
in every like 49 people
Something like
either had like have murdered somebody or are serial killers.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I think that's the right stat.
It's something like that. It's
yeah, it's
crazy.
something. It's like a very jarring number. You're like, what? Just like that.
I would like to know if after I died, a stat is like how many ideas I had that had I followed through would have been $1 billion ideas.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because I come up with an idea and then I give it up.
I think about all the time that we could have been initial investors in Crocs back in the day. that was a brand new company that they were just turning us on.
Dude, what
Crocs.
about Canes?
Canes too. We could have been.
We met the guy
Crocs and
Canes when he had only one location.
That's right.
I saw this whole interview with the guy and I'm like, oh my God.
You guys.
I know. Oh, what do you got for life hacks, Rich?
Let's talk about something kind of adult here. I mean, we're going to have to be mature about this, okay?
Sure.
Let's talk about unclogging a toilet when there's no plunger. Here's the hack.
Fist.
No. So much for the mature part. All right, Peyton, you don't have a plunger in your house, do you?
No, I don't.
All right, well, instead of panicking next time that happens, here is your hack solution. All you need to do is heat up some water until it's hot. You don't have to boil it. You can get it out of a faucet, in fact, the bathroom faucet, and mix in a generous amount of salt. So the heat helps break down the stuff, while the salt acts like a natural abrasive to dissolve the clog. Let it sit for 5 minutes, then flush. It's like giving your toilet a spa day.
Okay, so you're at someone's house. You clog the toilet.
Yeah.
Do you have any salt?
Well, yeah, that would be the trick there, is getting some salt.
I would go, do you have a plunger?
But if you're at your own place and you don't have a plunger, or you're somewhere else, you can find salt probably in the house easier than a plunger.
Mm-hmm.
So try that life hack. Let us know how it works. It's up at johnjrich.com.
Have you ever wondered what it would be like to have supervision, enhanced hearing, extraordinary reflexes, to be, dare we say, superhuman? Well, Roku's new Pro Series TV can't do any of that for you. But with a 4K screen, side-firing speakers, and a blazing fast refresh rate, it'll sure feel like it. Elevate your entertainment using all your favorite apps like iHeart and play all your music, radio, and podcasts with the new Roku Pro Series. Your senses aren't better. Your TV is.
We've all done it. You see a headline but don't have time to read the whole story, or there's so much news you're not sure what is worth your time. I'm Colby Ekowitz, co-host of Post Reports, the weekday afternoon podcast from The Washington Post. Post Reports brings you what's relevant and revealing. Breaking stories, politics, wellness, culture. Each episode goes beyond a headline for the context you need. Find Post Reports now, wherever you're listening.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Coincidence? I think not. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere, even at 30,000 feet. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
No purchase necessary. VGW. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
Kelly, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm well. How are you?
Yeah, what can we do for you, Kels?
So, my husband loves this show. He quotes you guys every day. He's like, we got to try this company because it was on the John Jay and Rich show. So I wanted to mess with him today. He's had kind of a rough couple weeks. And I love riling him up because he gets so heated so fast and he's super gullible. And so he's driving. He's an industrial and commercial electrician. He's driving to the East Valley. And he has horrible road rage. So I wanted to tell you guys, like, have you say, hey, you cut me off. You were driving towards the East Valley. You cut me off. I saw your company's name in the back of your window, and I called that number. He works with this guy, Tony, and let's just say they're not the best of friends.
Okay, so Tony ratted him out?
Yes, Tony ratted him out.
That's pretty funny.
And last night, it's going to be epic. Last night, I took a picture of his license plate. It says superintendent in the back. It's a Chevy Silverado. And I have like the last three. I mean, if you even want to use that, but you can say, I got the number. I got the name of your company from the back of your truck. I called it. And this guy, Tony, that I talked to gave me your cell phone number because he's going to be like, my number's not on my truck. How'd you get my number?
What's the company name on the truck?
It's Primary Power Electric.
So if he listens to the show all the time, he will recognize our voices if we try to prank him, right?
100%.
Okay, so
it's got to be someone else.
Right. All right, Nick, you want to do it?
Up.
Oh, here we go. Nick, yeah, and Nick will sound different because his nose is all red and pussy.
Ew. That's true. He's got a different sound. It's almost a little more nasal.
Instead of Nick Johnson, he will be Dick Ronson. That's your alter ego.
Call him, and call him dude. Be like, dude. He hates when people call him dude. Dude, cut me off.
Yeah, what's your husband's first name?
Frank. And if he doesn't answer, just like stalker ex-girlfriend, call him because he will answer.
Okay.
Oh, good. So the thing is, Nick, so you're on the freeway. He cut you off. You saw the name of the company. You called, and Tony gave you Frank's cell number.
Okay.
Okay, and he doesn't like being called dude.
Okay.
It sounds like he's a hothead, so let's see if you can get him to meet you to fight somewhere in a parking lot.
Okay.
Rachel, I'm about to
See if you can run someone off the road and kill him. I think it'd be a hilarious joke. Hilarious.
You get 5 points if he agrees to meet you for a little in-person beating.
Oh my God, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Parker and Sons trucks in my house right now.
Oh, Jen.
Oh my gosh. I can't even. No way.
Oh my God.
We use them because of you guys, FYI.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, I like this husband of yours.
Right on.
Oh, God. Yeah, John Jay and Rich said they're the best.
He's so great.
We watch shows because of you guys. I'm like, so what did John Jay and Rich say we should watch? Well, they were talking about blah, blah, blah.
I feel like we should prank you, not him.
Hello, it's Frank with Primary Power.
Hey, Frank. So you're with Primary Power?
I am. Depends on if I owe you money or not.
Okay. Well, here's the deal. I was behind you on the 101 today. You cut me off, and Tony gave me your number. Do you know Tony?
Yeah.
You cutting me off led to like this chain of events today that really screwed up my day.
Oh, I'm sorry, bud.
Is this how like you drive all the time?
No, we're at on the 101.
I feel like you would know. I honked very loud.
Huh. I didn't even see, man. I'm sorry, buddy.
I mean, I would say it's okay, but it's not, and I can't.
Okay, so what do you want to do? So what's the outcome? So what do you want to do? I already apologize, bro. What do you want to do? Are you alive? Did you die? Did you wreck your car? What do you want to do, bro?
Hey,
how much more do you want to apologize?
Dude, you called me. You cut me off.
No,
dude. Stop.
Hey,
stop.
You called me on answer.
Stop.
I apologize.
Stop right now. Stop.
What do you know? You stop,
dude.
Stop. Like,
dude.
Are you good,
dude?
Are you good?
Do you want me to take this back to Tony?
Go ahead. I don't give a about Tony. What do you think Tony is? Tony's nothing to me. Go ahead. Call him. What do you want to do?
Dude, he was already pissed. Like he's like I don't hire people who drive like maniacs.
All right, hold on. Hey, it's John Jay and Rich.
Boy, you got a short fuse.
Okay.
Hi, Frank.
That's Kelly's doing, dude. Kelly, say hey.
Hey, Frank.
Well, I'm not a part of this. What are you talking about?
Man, you got one apology.
Your wife called us and she thought it'd be funny for us to prank you.
Oh, this is crazy.
Right?
You, my friend, have just been butt slammed.
My wife did to me right now. Am I on the radio?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
We gotta
quit cussing.
We gotta bleep a couple things, but first of all, dude, you're so friendly, and then you just went sideways, bro.
Yeah.
You went sideways.
That is a short fuse right there.
Like, how much more? I already apologize. Like, what more do you want? Like,
No, I agree.
Man, I gotta say, it didn't take much.
No, it never does. I promise you, it never does. I'm going to 0 to 1,000 right now.
All right, man. Listen, drive safe, dude. You're a beautiful man. Thank you for listening. Your wife loves you. We love you.
What radio station is this?
This is Kiss FM. John Jay and Rich.
Shut up. That's my favorite show. No.
Hey, you don't even recognize us?
You're on your favorite show.
God damn, I love you. You're an animal. I love you, buddy. Oh, my God.
And we were all worried about him recognizing us.
Awesome. All right, man. We got to be good.
What's that?
Man, I said, you guys did good. Thank you. This is good. You made my day.
All right, brother. All right, man.
Bye,
Listen.
Frank.
I love you. See you later.
I can tell. I absolutely can tell. There's no question about it. I love you too.
All right. We'll talk to you guys later. Peace out. God bless.
Bye.
You've just been butt slammed.
What? Butt slam. By John Jay and Rich.
Time to bring back the butt slam, guys.
Out like a sucker, no way.
It's time for our first spring break bust of 2024. Victor, good morning. How are you?
I'm all right. I mean, I've been better, though.
Well, who are you going to do a bust on? Who are you checking in on?
Look, my girlfriend Caitlin went with, like, all her girlfriends for spring break. Like, she goes to ASU, and they all went out to San Diego. They're, like, it's been, like, almost a week already or whatever. Like, but I haven't heard from her in a couple of days. And that's not like her, and she's not answering my text, or she's like, or if I do hear from her, it's like always delayed or something. And I'm like, I just don't know what's going on.
Just to let you know, my son goes to the University of Arizona. He's on spring break, and he's been home playing video games, working out at Monopoly.
Victor would not want to check up on that.
No.
No. I mean, I know she's out there to party. I don't know why she's not responding to me like she regularly would.
Right, that's weird.
We're going to call your girlfriend Caitlin right now.
Well, actually, I was talking to your producer, and I gave your producer her best friend Riley's number. Because I think that might be better. She's not even answering for me right now.
Oh, that makes sense.
All right, well, my bad. I should have paid attention to these meetings.
Yeah, we should call her friend.
Nick, do you know about you already? What's the deal, Nick?
Yeah, Riley's pumped. She's ready to go.
Hey, Riley.
Yeah, how's it going?
Hey, so you're cool being our spring break reporter from San Diego to tell us what's going on.
Hell yeah, what do you want to know?
Okay, how is it? How's the weather? What's the party like? Where you been hanging out?
Well, actually, we're back. We got back yesterday. 6 of us flew back. We left one girl there, and she's still partying, but we're
Wait,
who'd you
left a friend behind?
Who'd you? Yeah, when you say you left somebody behind, you mean like they don't know you screwed them over?
No. My friend Caitlin, she got booed up with some NFL player, and she's just staying. And so I don't know. We have to go back to school and stuff, but she's still
I'm
there.
sorry, what?
So she's still there.
Yo, Riley, are you?
We have Caitlin's boyfriend on the phone, Victor. He wanted to check in on her.
Riley, it's Victor. What the hell do you mean?
No. Okay, yeah.
No. What the does that mean?
I'm not doing this right now. I'm not gonna do this. I'm not.
Dude, what? What?
I'm sure it wasn't your Caitlin that's hooking up with the football player.
No, there's probably a few of them that win in a group of 6.
My goodness.
It's only one Caitlin and went to, what the hell does that mean?
Well, you know what that means.
She's hooking up with an NFL player, right?
And they're off right now. It's the off season.
Hopefully it's one of the Chiefs.
No.
Maybe it can be Taylor Swift.
Stop it.
I'm sorry, Victor.
That's not
That
funny.
makes it
Okay.
No, come on, guys. Victor just heard his girlfriend's hang out with another dude.
right, and not even just another dude, an NFL player who's probably
what happens? Is she going to come back and pretend that nothing happened, or is she going to tell you it's over between us? I'm hooking up with my new boo thing.
No, actually, I gotta go because this is, and I apparently gotta go to San Diego. I gotta go to San Diego.
You're gonna go
right
there?
now.
Dude, obviously she's expecting this relationship to end since she's figured you're going to find out about everything. If everybody came back except for her, and she's not.
I'm done. No, I gotta get over there.
Well, to do what?
Get over there. Go. My wife's there right now. If we can call her, and maybe she can check in on Caitlin. My son Kip is there too.
Thank you, but I'm done. I gotta go.
Especially to hook up with some basketball player. My son's there right now.
Oh my gosh, John Jay.
I'm sorry, Victor. That's wild.
All right, Victor.
Dude, good luck.
Thanks. That's spring break bus.
He just found out his girlfriend is sleeping with some NFL player.
And Stacey
said
Professional
booing up. Define booing up, Peyton.
I mean, if you're laid up in the
Booing up.
boot up,
That's
LMA,
even more
LMA,
intimate,
boot
I feel
up.
like.
Yeah, you guys are pillow talking. You're cuddling. You're waking up.
You're
doing
holding
party
hands.
favors.
You're going grocery shopping together.
Hell no.
That's not how I took it. I took it as you're going to people's houses and leaving boo bags pre-Halloween.
No. Boot up. That's your
Here's candy, strangers.
Oh my gosh.
That would make me
poor
insanely
Victor.
jealous if you're passing out candy.
I can only imagine.
All right, that's spring break bust. Hi, Gemma. Thanks for holding.
So, I need some advice.
All right, that's what we do here on the show. We give advice. It might not be great advice unless it comes from Kyle and Peyton. But
Yeah, so my husband and I were at our neighbor's house for a little party they were having, and everyone was drinking, and I got pretty drunk, and it was getting pretty late, as it happens. We were playing poker. I lost the bet, and this neighbor, he dared me to make out with him, and I guess if you know me, I'm a very competitive person, and I can get a little emotional when I'm drunk. And I knew my husband already went home, and he was asleep. So I figured, why not? And instant regret is all I have to say. But now all my neighbors have this secret on me. And this guy, he keeps posting on our neighborhood Facebook page that we should all get together. My question is should I come clean or just try to forget about it?
You got to tell. Yeah, you got to tell.
Messy situation.
I'm like, you got to tell him.
Totally,
That
because
sucks.
at one point you guys are going to be. This is something you do often, you hang out with your neighbors a lot. Someone's going to spill the beans at some point, and it's much better coming from you right after the incident rather than one of your neighbors down the road.
Right.
Like, it's not like this is a secret you can bury forever. It's not like a secret only you know.
And it's recent, right?
The whole
Yeah, it's recent. It was 2 weeks ago.
the whole making out part is so terrible. That you know, like you say you're competitive, you're giving an excuse, and I can see what you meant, but it's just terrible. It's like you're in this weird situation, right? Because you obviously don't want your marriage to fall apart, right? But this could make your marriage fall apart. So
Totally.
like you know, even though it wasn't like you don't find the guy attractive in any way, do you?
No, I don't.
Hesitation.
Like if it, like if a girl made the bet with you and you had to make out with her, would you have made out with her?
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't. Okay, so I think that changes things then.
Does it?
Because you could have not made out with him then.
Right. You could have just said, no, give me a different way to make the bet good or whatever.
Yeah, that's tough.
You might want to be, honey, let's move.
I know.
Yeah.
And of course, the guy's like, let's have another get together. That was probably the best thing.
I feel in Montana right now. Anyone?
He's like, guys, that's probably the best thing that's ever happened to him. Free makeout at a poker party in the neighborhood.
Is that neighbor of yours married too?
Yes, and it's a mess.
Was his wife there?
Thankfully not.
Oh, so now we got
That's why he made the bet. She was like, the fact that he was like, here's the bet.
Yeah.
If I win, we have to make out. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
and that's such an intimate thing, though, John Jay. I'm stuck on that. Like, making out is like really
I know.
like.
How long was it a
in
make out?
there.
How long was the kiss for?
I hate to say it, but it was like 3 minutes.
3 minutes?
Okay,
3
you guys
minutes?
have to be actually feeling
Who
something
makes out
for
that
one
long?
another. Like, there has to be feelings involved. That
3
wasn't just
minutes.
a bet. Like, he wouldn't suggest that. You wouldn't accept. There has to be some kind of underlying feelings there.
Yeah.
And the fact that the
I
guilt.
feel horrible.
Yeah, I'm sure. Like the fact that you called us, like I can tell that guilt is knocking on your door. You got to tell him and be so honest with him, and probably go to couples therapy if we're being real.
That sucks.
Sticky.
Well, for the advice, I
don't think we did we give you advice?
Yeah, we
We
said
did.
come clean.
Come clean. Yeah.
Work on your
I
relationship.
guess that's the best shot at like clearing your head.
I'd be so mad if I was the husband. I'd be so mad at her, mad at the neighbor.
Yeah.
Be mad. Like, why would you even make that bet?
I know.
Like,
Yeah.
you know,
That's
if
what I'm
anything,
saying. There's
you're going to mow my
feelings.
lawn. If I win, you mow my lawn. Like, you know what I mean? Okay, I'll take that bet. Oh, if I win, we got to make out. Huh?
What?
What now? Dang,
People
Gemma.
make mistakes though, so you just got to
Yeah.
come clean and be honest. And definitely what Kyle said, like it comes better from you than it does from anybody else.
Or
yeah. The longer I wait, the worse it gets.
next time you guys get together, then you make the bet like, hey, okay, if I win, and you say your husband's got to make out with this other girl. You're the one, and then you get a couple of groups times you're together where that's your thing. You try to get people to make out. So then when it comes out that you did it, then you can be like, "That's what we've been doing."
Oh my gosh, no!
Like that's our bet thing. We do it for like a year. Every time
That's dark and twisted.
Weaselly way around it.
yeah, but that's one way to save
And
yourself.
I'm just like, what grown adults are like voluntarily making out with a bunch of random neighbors?
I know.
Like, that's so
Swingers.
You
All
know,
right, Gemma.
The best advice is you need to move right away.
Good luck, Gemma. Thank you for calling in.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank
bye-bye.
you. Bye.
It's John Jay and Rich. Let's get into this. I know we haven't gotten to this, and it's been on the list to get to. Kyle, about when you were making to the kids lunches and the bento boxes.
There's certain things that my son says, and he says them really wrong, and I don't want to correct him. Like, look, I know he's 7 years old. You should probably correct him because he's going to be that kid at school that says the things the wrong way, but I can't do it because I think it's adorable. So I used to get their like little bento boxes. So no brown paper bags, no little baggies, the bento boxes with things in their own little sections. And one day we were making those for the next day, and Easton goes, "Hey Mom, can I just have like a brown bag and baggies? Dutch does that." And I was like, "Dutch does that?" He goes, "Yeah. And I like how Dutch does that, so I think I also want to have a brown paper bag." And I'm like, I can't tell him that it's Dutch does that. Because he does that, and that's cute.
You don't want to correct him.
I don't want to correct him.
I don't, but what's going to happen is he'll learn it the right way, and then you'll probably still say it. Like our kids, I remember Jake used to say hamburger instead of hamburger.
Yeah.
And now my wife be like, "Does anyone want hamburger?"
Yes.
And they look at her like, "What?"
I feel like hamburger and does though like are different. Like I feel like you got to tell them does because
gonna come up.
do's and does is a little different than like hamburger. Like
get
it'd
it.
be different if he said like jalapeno. Like that's cute.
There's
you don't have
one
to correct
thing.
that.
There's one thing that I feel like Like, it's my job to make sure he knows how to tie his shoes, which he doesn't yet, which we'll get to. He doesn't know how to ride his bike yet, which he doesn't yet, but we will get to.
Sure.
He's just an overly cautious kid, and I've been like trying to find ways to get him there. Like, he's just scared he's going to fall. And so I've been like bribing him, offered him money. He's like at the weight now where he doesn't need to sit in a booster seat, technically speaking, and he wants to not be in the booster seat. And I was like, okay, we'll do that when we learn how to ride a bike. Let me know when you're ready to go, right?
We'll do's that. When you learn how to ride.
Dutch do's that. He rides his bike.
We'll do's that when you learn how to ride a bike.
Yeah, you really want to correct
So-
some of those things.
But those things, like, that's my responsibility as a parent. Like,
Yeah.
I should be the one teaching
But the
him how to
do's.
make sure he knows how to do the bike and the shoes. But Dutch do's that, his teachers will take care of it.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, we used to make fun of my mom because Richmond, we still do it, where my mom would say, when she'd make dinner, and let's say, she instead of saying, does anybody want mashed potatoes? My mom would say, anybody wants mashed potatoes? Anybody wants?
We still use that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We still do it. So it's like, I think there is a cuteness to it still. So hopefully his teacher doesn't correct him.
No, don't. Some of those things, though, you got to get it. Like, so my son Joe used to call hangers, for clothes. He wouldn't say hangers. He would say hookers. So when he says, I need some hookers for these shirts, now I think it's a little, just do it now.
That's funny.
For a little while.
Like, son, everybody needs hookers.
He would say, we're on a hookers.
The world was shut down without hookers, son.
Yeah, I mean, that one, if he was
Dad, I
doing
can't
that, I'd
find
correct
any
it.
hookers. These shirts.
It's not going to get him in trouble to say Dutch do's. Needing some hookers may get myself in trouble, actually.
Gosh, that reminds me of when I was younger. You guys know Native New Yorker, like
Yeah.
the wing spot? So they used, I don't know if they still do, but they used to have like these chicken strips and they called them strippers. And I went to Buffalo Wild Wings not realizing the difference between Native New Yorker and Buffalo Wild Wings. And so I'm like 8, like, where are the strippers? Looking on the menu.
You're like some young drunk. Where are the strippers?
Bring them out. I didn't realize it was a lot older.
Hey, if you got a word that your kid says wrong, shoot us a text. Text JJR and the kid, and whatever the word is wrong, to 96893. 1047 Kiss FM. It's John, Jay, and Rich. Kyle just shared with us her beautiful son, how he speaks wrong.
He says Dutch do's that.
Dutch
He do's
that. So we wanted to hear about your kid, things that your kid said wrong, but it's cute. Ashley, good morning.
Hi, how are you doing?
Does your kid say something wrong, but it's cute?
Yeah, she actually pronounces thank you like how does she say it? D-tube.
D-tube? That's how she says thank you?
Yeah.
I didn't know she was talking about YouTube.
Yeah, it sounds very similar.
Every time I ask my mom to go on YouTube, she says you're welcome.
Yeah, you didn't give me the YouTube. What are you saying you're welcome for?
She's like, my mom answers me wrong. She's
That's
calling
one of
into
those
that
things
segment.
that it's like only the parent knows the language.
Yeah,
It's
right.
like you would think she's asking for YouTube, and she's, no, she's just saying thank you.
Yeah.
How old is she, Ashley?
She is 2 right now.
Oh, that's
Cute.
cute.
That's adorable.
That's cute. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Yeah, of course.
Have a great day.
You too.
Hey, Chris, what does your kid say wrong that's adorable?
Oh, my goodness. So my little boy was 2, and I left him at my cousin's house, and she's the cousin that would teach them a bad word, But I left him for a couple hours to babysit. When I came back, I said, hey, Maddie, what's going on? What'd you do today? And he said, Ma, I watched the effin' hound. But he didn't say effin'. And I was so mad at my cousin. I'm like, what did you do? She's like, because she had a hound dog. So I'm like, what did you do? What happened? And then he walks over with the movie, The Fox and the Hound.
Okay. Very cute.
Really
Thank
gotta
you,
work
Chris.
on that one.
Yeah. Thanks.
So innocent.
Yeah. Hey, Wendy, good morning.
Good morning.
Does your kid say something cute and adorable?
Well, my kids are now 15 and 17, but when they were
don't
young,
say they don't say anything cute anymore.
They just say bro.
Yeah, they roast you.
but when they were younger, they would get sick, and as we all say, bless you to our kids when they sneeze, they would say, Mom, I don't feel well. I've been bless youing all day.
That's awesome. Yeah, you can't fix that. You got to let that happen.
Oh, never correct those, no.
That's adorable.
I used to try to speak wrong in front of my kids a lot just for fun to see if it would mess them up. And I remember whenever I would make a smoothie, I used to just yell gibberish stuff. Like I would try to say stuff really loud while the blender was going on. So I'd go, Masano, 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 Masano. And my kids look at me and they go, what are you doing? I go, this is what you say when you make a smoothie. I did it all the time in their childhood. I was seeing my son Kemp in Hawaii, and he's making a smoothie, and he starts going, Masano, 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 Masano. And I was like, oh my God.
It finally caught on.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's crazy. This is crazy. Wendy, thanks for calling in.
Yeah, you guys have a great day.
And then I was trying to speak wrong all the time. I remember I was trying to speak with like a different accent and different just words that didn't make words, and I would just use words improperly. And then I was hoping that my son Dutch like raise his hand in class. May I mambo face to the dog patch? Brenda, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. Did your kids speak wrong, but it's adorable?
Oh, my goodness. So my daughter, Addison, she is 16 now, but when she was little, like probably 2, 3, up to the time she went to school, she used to say, I love you very lunch instead of I love you very much.
Oh, I love that. That actually kind of reminds me, my nephew King, like right when he just started to talk, whenever I would say I love you to him, he like didn't say I love you back. He would always say love you much. And then I got it tattooed on my arm. I thought that was so cute. Like a little 2-year-old saying love you much. Stop. That's so cute. Yeah. I love you berry lunch. Adorable. Oh, adorable. I would totally get that tatted too.
You know, my brother-in-law, Mike, right? He's Uncle Mike to the kids. I remember when Kemp was little, Kemp goes, I was telling him something. He goes, well, my friend, Uncle Mike.
That's funny.
Brenda, have a great day.
Thanks, you too, guys.
Hey, Nick.
Hey, guys. So actually just yesterday, Post Malone does a cover of Hootie and the Blowfish, I Only Want to Be With You.
Of course.
So we're listening to it in the car, and it gets to the part where it's like, you can call me your fool. I only want to be with you. And then my son in the back seat, without hesitation, is like, wait, why did they call him a waffle? See ya.
So cute.
All right. That was fun. It's John, Jay, and Rich. Ren, thank you for holding.
So I had to call you guys this morning to discuss what my husband recently asked me to do. So, props to him. When we very first met, he told me immediately that he was still friends with his ex, but like they weren't like that anymore, like no more romantic feelings. And, in the beginning, part of us dating, like when we started getting a little bit closer, I did meet her a few times, and I have nothing wrong with the girl. Like I like her well enough, but I didn't want her to be a big part of our lives. And, he actually agreed, but they still stay in touch. Okay? So fast forward, and we've been married for 2 years now. Well, recently, she finally found someone that she really likes, and she wants to double date. And to be honest, I'm not here for it.
I bet not.
God, it's so awkward. But my husband, on the other hand, thinks that we should do it and that it would be a fun time. And I just feel like, if we start double dating, I'm going to have to see them a lot more than I want to.
Oh, he's not just talking about one date. You're saying double dating,
No.
like let's go out a lot.
Yeah, like make it a regular thing.
Like couple friends.
Well,
And
you'd
it's
have
like-
to have one date to decide whether it's chemistry and you love going out again.
True.
Exactly. Like if as couples, like we vibe, like we get along well. But I could just see it growing into like a recurring thing that just takes a precious time of mine that I would rather be spending in another way and not with my husband's ex and whatever this guy is that she found.
Why does he want her in his life so much? Like, I just think that's kind of odd. Like, what is there something? Do they do business together? What's the reason they still talk often?
He cannot verbalize it, according to him.
I can.
Like, he just can't. What is it?
Okay, so like I'm being very petty. A lot of guys are petty and small, right? So like for me, I'm trying to picture myself in this situation. If I was with my ex and my wife and we're having dinner and my ex had her boyfriend or husband there, like I'd lean, if the girls got up to the bathroom, I'd lean and I'd be like, Can you believe I banged both these girls?
Oh my gosh.
Huh?
Oh my goodness.
Both these girls I've been with. Anyway, enjoy your dinner.
What's the point of that?
Or wants to look around at everybody at the bar and be like, just look like, hey, both these girls, both of them.
That is really petty.
That's what I'm saying.
I really hope that's not it.
Has to be.
I think that whole thing is really weird. And honestly, like, I can kind of relate to in a different way. Like, one time I used to date this guy, and I actually was really good friends with his then girlfriend, and they had invited me out to like Top Golf, and I went, and my now boyfriend, he didn't go. He was like, that's weird. I'm not going on a double date with your ex and your friend. Like, I'm not doing that. And I ended up going, and it was the most awkward, most uncomfortable thing in my life.
Well, not only were you with the ex, but you're also third wheel.
Well, yeah, I was third wheeling, and it was just weird. It was weird, and then I got caught up in their breakup. It was just odd. So my advice is like,
I don't want that.
Yeah, exactly, girl. So I would run clear away from this. And this was like, even 2 years ago? And I was naive. And now I would never do that again.
Yeah, it seems like the definition of not totally moving on, right? All the way, like her and him. And if you're starting a new thing, that it's like, you know what? I'm sure they're nice. You can send them a card at Christmas, but let's work on us.
Yeah, I think you need to put your foot down because you are clearly uncomfortable with it.
Yeah.
And they're going to reminisce and have jokes that you don't know anything about. So you're going to feel like the third wheel.
Remember that time we had to share that small shower? All that kind of stuff. You'd be like, I'd stay away from the whole thing.
And honestly, it would probably make the new boyfriend run away. I would.
That's what I was thinking too. Like, I'm like, what if like this is just a ploy for her to like somehow, I don't know, maybe I just overthink.
No.
But like maybe this is just a ploy for her to like try to like get, my husband jealous or something. Like, I just don't know. It just doesn't sound like anything that I personally would want to do. So I haven't been able to figure out like why she would want that.
Yeah, we're all saying
unless
run.
She is trying to get him back.
Just run. Get out of there.
Yeah, that's our advice. Well, thank you, Ren. Have a great day. Thanks for listening.
I really appreciate that.
Okay.
Thank you
Bye-bye.
so much.
It's John, Jane, Red.
Hello, iHeart listener. We have a confession to make. Both iHeart and this commercial you're listening to right now would probably sound a heck of a lot better on the new Roku Pro Series TV. It's got side-firing speakers that fill your room with sound, Dolby Atmos audio that puts you right in the middle of the entertainment, and the ability to pair seamlessly with your home theater sound systems that already have surround sound and booming bass. If all that sounds too good to be true, it'll sound even better on the new Roku Pro Series. Your hearing isn't better, your TV is.
There's an efficient way to get caught up on a lot of news. It's called The Seven from The Washington Post. It's a newsletter and podcast. Whether you're reading or hit play, you get 7 stories you need to know, and you can consume it all in just a few minutes. The Seven is out every weekday morning by 7 a.m. Eastern. I'm Hannah Jewell. I'm one of the writers, and I host the show. Find The Seven podcast wherever you're listening. The newsletter link is waiting for you in the show notes.
Step into the world of power, loyalty, and luck.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
With family, cannolis, and spins mean everything.
Now, you wanna get mixed up in the family business.
Introducing The Godfather at ChumbaCasino.com. Test your luck in the shadowy world of The Godfather slot.
Someday, I will call upon you to do a service for me.
Play The Godfather, now at ChumbaCasino.com.
Welcome to the family.
John, Jane, Rich. A couple weeks ago, Kyle brought up how her dog Daisy ate a bunch of chocolate, right, Kyle? Then turned out it was dark chocolate.
Yeah, everyone was really scared, but she's fine.
She's fine, but we wanted to know about what did your dog eat? Hi, Jamie.
Hi. So, it was my daughter's dog. She woke me up in the middle of the night because her dog ate a condom.
Oh, no.
Yeah, she was horrified, and her boyfriend had to take the dog to the emergency vet, and they had to puke. The dog had to puke it up, and she was horrified.
The fact that like she went and told you, like as her mom, like I think I would die with that secret. I would never tell my mom that. That's a good relationship.
She did not want to tell me.
Was it an unopened condom?
It was open.
Okay, now I would really never tell my mom.
Poor Jamie.
Yeah, but so she has a poodle, and I guess they get they're known to get in the trash. And she absolutely loved her dog, so she thought her dog was going to die. So that's the only reason why she told me.
A moment of
I just
desperation.
laughed.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Good mom.
Well, I guess you better take him. Yeah.
Thanks for sharing that, Jamie.
Yeah, have a good one.
You too. Victoria, what does your dog eat?
A beauty blender.
A crime.
What's a beauty blender?
Beauty blender is like what you use to blend out your makeup. When
It's
you
like
use,
a necessary item.
Yeah. Like,
Is it a brush?
No, it's like a sponge.
yeah.
What are you going to do without that?
Right, because like, how dare you? The betrayal?
Did it pop out, or do you have to have surgery?
He started like heavy breathing, so we took him to the vet, and they just gave him medication. They gave him medication, and we had to wait for him to like see if he like pooped it out, but we don't think he ever did let it out, so we don't know.
Well, hopefully he passed
Hey,
it, because
I
that
know.
could cause some serious...
Maybe it came out in pieces and you just didn't notice.
It doesn't matter how much makeup you eat. It's not going to make you pretty on the inside.
yeah.
Right.
Deep.
So yeah, we don't ever know if he passed it through. I mean, we did like follow him for a couple of days, but but he was sick for 4 days, and yeah, he did have to go to the vet and get on some medication and everything, but we don't ever know if it went through or not.
I don't get why the dogs don't have this. Well, this doesn't seem like food, and just stop right there. But they don't, do they? They just go.
No.
Yeah, well, we thought it was a ball, and when we went to try to grab it, he just swallowed it.
Well, thanks for sharing that story, Victoria. Have a great day.
Yeah, you as well.
Joy.
Yes.
Joy, go ahead. You're on the air. Hi.
Hey there. Hi.
Hey, what'd your dog eat?
Well, my dog decided that it would be a good idea to eat a bar of soap.
Ew.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, he's little, so he wasn't able to eat the whole thing, but I found the remnants of it when I came home from work.
He's like, I've been swearing a lot.
Yeah, I know. I was like,
And he
the
cleaned
dog
his
have
mouth.
a
That was soap.
potty mouth.
I would assume that's an easy transition to get out of a dog's stomach, right? Like, it wouldn't be poison, would it?
Well, I mean, I don't know for sure. I mean, he was fine, so.
His poop smelled good.
It's so fresh and so clean.
Irish Spring poop. It's an Irish Springer dog. Well, thanks, Joy.
You're
Have a great day.
welcome. Thank you, guys. You too.
I had a friend and their dog got into their edible stash.
Oh, no. That has to be really dangerous.
Yeah, and it was like a little, I mean, Sissy was like this big maybe. Like, I mean, a pretty small, like bigger,
10 pounds maybe.
Yeah, probably about 10 pounds. And I remember my friend called me and she's like, Sissy's gonna die. And like, I was like, okay, take Sissy to the vet. I think Sissy's gonna be fine. Like, I feel like that's a natural thing. Like, as long as it wasn't a chocolate bar and it was your Rice Krispie treats, I feel like you might be okay. And they ended up taking the dog to the vet, and the vet basically was like, yeah, she's just gonna be super high and just just
Take her
make
to a
sure,
fish concert.
yeah, make sure you keep her really hydrated.
Dog was tripping.
Oh, my God. All right.
But she was okay.
Thank you, Peyton. I think Kyle's been pretty open about it. She's always wanted to be on Family Feud,
Very true.
right? There's a real game that you could go buy at Target. It is Family Feud After Dark. So it's a little bit more mature. I think with all these games, like, what are those games? Humanity, Crime Against Humanity, and Cards, that they're trying to make it more mature. So I didn't know how we could play it on the radio except for this one way, where I figure I'll just do, top 10 answers on the board, and I'll ask it, and you guys have to, all three of you have to answer as soon as possible.
Okay.
Your own answer. Okay? For example, Rich, Peyton, Kyle. Name a way you know a date has gone well.
Kiss after the date.
Phone number.
Oh, I thought we were like, I don't want to all speak at the same
You all got to
time.
jump in this, so you get just like the buzzer. How they,
Okay, you go home with them.
Okay, what'd you say, Peyton?
Phone number.
The top answers are sex, a call afterwards, a kiss is number 2.
Yay.
Second date was number 1 answer. Second date.
Second date. Second date.
Good answer. Good answer.
Good answer. Okay. Top answers are on the board. This is Family Feud After Dark. How long do you date before introducing your partner to your family?
A year.
7 dates.
3 months.
Ooh, a year. Is 4 people said a year. What was your answer, Kyle?
7 dates.
That's not up here. Number 1 answer, 6 months.
Oh, I said 3 months.
6 months. A few months is the number 3 answer.
Ah.
Okay. Think carefully here, you guys. Top answers on the board. Name your co-star in your fantasy porn film.
Kim Kardashian.
Chris Hemsworth.
You gonna play, Rich?
I just think I'm gonna get in trouble.
Why? It's not
Sherry
just gonna happen. Wife was three. Was the bottom answer.
Oh.
Sam Elliott, Tom Cruise, Johnny Depp. Number one answer, Jason Momoa.
Jason Momoa.
But I will accept Chris Hemsworth and Kim Kardashian. Both of those are number one. Name a household chore your partner is better at than you are.
Cleaning.
Dishes.
Oh, sweeping.
Nothing.
Peyton, you got to stick to your gut. Dishes number 2, cleaning number 1.
Oh, cleaning, yeah.
Name a
Dang.
fruit or vegetable that looks like a body part.
Eggplant.
Kumquat.
Cucumber.
Cucumber's number 2. Eggplant's number 3. Banana number 1.
Banana.
Banana.
Name a good next career for a former porn star.
Influencer.
Oh, yeah.
Registered
That's
nurse.
Postal worker.
YouTuber, politician, stripper, actor, actress.
I feel like influencer and YouTuber are like the same.
Totally.
Yeah.
Name a reason someone might be asked to leave a strip club.
No money.
They touch the girls.
Dancing on the stage.
No money is up there. Touching the strippers, number 2. Drunk is number 1 answer.
Well,
Drunk.
Name a good way to chill after a tense workday.
Having a drink.
Oh, that's a good one. Watch TV.
listen to music.
Watch TV, number 2. A drink, number 1.
Hey, I have the Family Feud app on my phone.
Name something you'd only wear in front of your partner.
Underwear.
Lingerie.
That's got to be the top 2 answers. That's what, both of them are what I would say. I'm going to say something else.
Uh-huh.
A Speedo.
Boxers, nightgown, thong, pajamas, number 3. Underwear, number 2. Lingerie, number 1.
Hey, well, we're good, man.
Yeah.
We good.
Name a famous woman men fantasize about.
Marilyn Monroe.
Pam Anderson.
Kim Kardashian.
Marilyn Monroe's number 1.
Yeah. I just sex icon. Come on.
Wow.
But I don't think that that's a current answer.
I know. It's
I
really,
don't think
it's not.
men these
Kim
days
K.
fantasize over Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah, I think Kim
Name
K.
something that's fast.
Cars.
Rich, you not playing?
I was still thinking. I'm playing.
You can.
Plane.
Airplane,
Boys.
number 3. Cheetah, number 2. Cars, number 1. Name something you use that runs on batteries.
Remote.
Camera.
Your car.
Q car?
Your car.
Nope. Car not up there. Camera not up there. Remote control, Kyle. Number 1 answer.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Name ways people meet their potential mates.
A bar.
Online.
Apps.
Bars, number 2. Dating apps, number 1. What'd you say, Kyle?
Online.
What's another word for sex?
Doing it.
the what did you guys call it? The mattress mambo.
Getting it on.
Sexy time.
Whoopies, number 3. Intercourse, making love's the number 1 answer.
Ooh, but those are all so
Gross.
You don't
gross.
like the making love?
Making love.
No, I don't like any of those.
Would you like to make love?
Name something with curves.
Women.
Spine.
That's a good one. Women with curves. Streets.
Woman is number 2. The road, highway is number 1. All right, that's my fun little.
We're going to win.
We are.
I know, right?
I'm telling you.
That's Family Feud After Dark. Maybe we bring this game back. It's John, Jay, and Rich on 104.7 Kiss FM.
Hello, iHeart listener. We have a confession to make. Both iHeart and this commercial you're listening to right now would probably sound a heck of a lot better on the new Roku Pro Series TV. It's got side-firing speakers that fill your room with sound, Dolby Atmos audio that puts you right in the middle of the entertainment, and the ability to pair seamlessly with your home theater sound systems that already have surround sound and booming bass. If all that sounds too good to be true, it'll sound even better on the new Roku Pro Series. Your hearing isn't better, your TV is.
For some of us, personal finances aren't just personal. They include a lot more people than ourselves. Loved ones, neighbors, the communities we call home, and the causes we hold in our hearts. At Thrivent, we help plan your financial picture with the bigger picture in mind. Because even though our business is helping guide your finances, our ambition is to make it mean so much more. Thrivent, where money means more. Connect with us at Thrivent.com.
We've all done it. You see a headline but don't have time to read the whole story, or there's so much news you're not sure what is worth your time. I'm Colby Ekowitz, co-host of Post Reports, the weekday afternoon podcast from The Washington Post. Post Reports brings you what's relevant and revealing. Breaking stories, politics, wellness, culture. Each episode goes beyond a headline for the context you need. Find Post Reports now, wherever you're listening.